You were fooled to come here, Jedi. Your master cannot protect you so far out. Don't try your Jedi mind tricks on me. That is for the simple-minded, a mere parlor trick for a Sith Lord such as myself. Oh, I know what you're doing. You're challenging me to a Jedi staring contest. Very well. But I will warn you. I hold the staring championship on 12 systems, including Smegula, and Smegulons have no eyelids! Let's go. Special thanks to Jakks Pacific for their help with this review. Don't forget to check them out on YouTube for a look at more of their toy lines and see what else they've got on the way. A short time ago, in a toy aisle not so far away, Jakks Pacific has cornered the market on giant action figures. They're the ones who did the giant Godzilla I reviewed a while back, and if you check some toy sections now, they're the ones who made the mammoth Michelangelo figure taking up half the lane. I can't begin to imagine where I keep it, but I will have it one day. If I can find one where the nunchucks haven't been stolen out of the shell. Not all of their toys are of titanic proportion, though. Meet Ezra Bridger, the lead character of the new Star Wars Rebels cartoon. When I first saw the design, I couldn't help but think, hey, the first Disney-produced Star Wars media has Aladdin as a Jedi. And then I watched the show, and yeah, he's Aladdin as a Jedi. He seriously looks the part, and has the same street rat thing going for him. Not a bad thing. I actually like the show. More than I did Clone Wars, at least. Cartoons are another show, though. Let's talk toys. At 18 inches high, this is a pretty big figure, obviously. And for its size, I'm actually quite impressed. Large-scale figures have a stigma of being made cheap with a lot of shortcuts, but there's a lot to Ezra. Most details molded in have depth. Rather than just being painted on or lightly sculpted, there's substance. The jacket looks like a layer on his body. The stripes look like additional strips of cloth. Even the belt loops are molded in. Then there's the back, often neglected on cheaper toys. Here, the emblem of his jacket is fully sculpted in. It could use a bit of paint, but I'm happy to see it wasn't neglected. The face is done nicely as well. The show's animation really takes to this type of toy. The hair's a few shades off from the blue in the cartoon, but it's close enough. I recognize who it is. And again, the sculpting's nice. He even has ridges under his eyes. As long as I'm noticing colors, we should talk paint in general. It's a bit sloppy here and there, but nothing too terrible. All the details are done up with only a few subtle exceptions. And in general, the colors are brighter than they are on the show, which for a kid's toy, I think is a good call. Few shortcuts are taken. Even the extra colors on his hands and lightsaber hilt are included, making him pretty colorful and vibrant overall. I guess I should mention the lightsaber at this point as well. It's permanently affixed to the hand, and the blade itself is in translucent blue, and I give Jakks a lot of credit. They did what a lot of smaller action figures failed to do for me. Give me a straight sword blade. It's a separate piece that can be removed, not only meaning it's stored safely in package and far away from any bending, it can be removed as if the blade is retracted, which is handy if the sword blade is being problematic for display or storage. But I know what most get down on these kind of toys for, so let's address it. The articulation level. Ezra's got 7 points in total. The neck rotates, the shoulders have full vertical rotation, the wrists rotate, and the legs move back and forth at the hips. Just not a lot. It's like one of the vintage Star Wars toys, upscaled immensely. So he's not going to be getting into any Yoda-level lightsaber duels, but he's not meant to. It's a different toy for a different market, And while most collectors scoff at the stiff range of motion toys like these have, there are collectors for these toys. They harken back to the Shogun Warriors of the 70s, where the toy was cool because it was gigantic. And that's the appeal here. When you're a kid and you see one of your favorite characters on a toy shelf no taller than 4 inches, then the one 4 times its size, you don't care that it doesn't have knees or elbows. You want the big one. Big toys are cool. And in an age when companies are making toys as small as they can get away with, I love that Jakks defies the trend and fills the market gap. Literally. It's not going to be for everyone. It's a simple toy, admittedly. There's really not a whole lot more to talk about. But it's well sculpted, built solidly, and it's a great representation of the galaxy's newest Jedi. The toys get a bad rap from people expecting them to be more than what they're meant to be. But for what it is, they did a great job on it. Now the trick. Getting a Zeb in scale to go with it. Michelangelo might have to make room.
Oh, no. That was not a blink. That was not a blink. That was not a, like, sand. I got sand in my eye, and I just... 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. You will acknowledge me!